Hi, my name is Eddie Sparks, Most Beach Marketing, and today I'm in San Marino, and behind me is one of the castle towers and one of the oldest countries in the world. I guess this is your main minute for today, and I guess we talk about QuickBooks or not the QuickBooks. I'm actually QuickBooks certified. Of course, I'm the big boss. If you go to get QuickBooks certified, it's going to take you like 25 times. I only had one or two advantages on your smart ass because I am the son of an accountant for 35 years, 36 years actually, and he owned his own business his whole life, so I know quite a bit about QuickBooks. Now, QuickBooks is a great bookkeeping software. They like to say it's an accounting software. There's a few things that QuickBooks can do for you if you do run an employee structure. Then QuickBooks will tell you what the proper amount of taxes is, and we'll send it to the government for you. Actually, I kind of like that part. You input all your information, you tally up what the checks are, print out the checks, give them to your employees, and you're done. However, there's always doing things right, and there's always ways to do things creatively. And standardized software is just that. It is standardized software. There is nothing about software that is going to do craftsman style work. And if you're looking for a craftsman style accountant, then you might want to use QuickBooks, but not use all the activation parts of it. If you are doing payroll and stuff, it's actually pretty good for payroll. But for general accounting and reporting, there's really no way to fudge, or not necessarily fudge, but to manipulate numbers in your favor. Parts of QuickBooks are actually pretty good about calculating how much you owe on stuff, and it's pretty good about keeping separate accounts. So in business, if you have a payroll account, or a accounts receivable or accounts payable accounts and stuff, depreciation accounts, you can create them all in QuickBooks itself, and the bank will charge you for it, which is actually a little bit easier. I'm having a problem here. Which is actually a little bit easier than who cares about looking at me? So it's actually pretty easy. It's a lot easier than going to the bank. So you can go to the bank and deal with all that, or you can just get things done. So QuickBooks, you will definitely not be certified in QuickBooks. If you don't know crap about accounting, you won't know ledger and journal entries, and you won't know how to manipulate that stuff, and since you don't have a core understanding of that kind of stuff, you won't be able to answer the questions for the exam. I know, plus the exam's 5 days study time before you can actually take the exam, and they teach you the software, but the problem is, if you don't know the accounting principles that go along with the software, you will not be able to use it. So people hire accountants. Well, then your general accountant is just a bookkeeper. And what they do is they input the information, and they trust QuickBooks always to do it right, but QuickBooks will always do it expensive. So there is a way to export QuickBooks information and deliver it to an actual accountant, and an actual accountant will take the QuickBooks information and will ask you for different things like receipts. Do you have any other receipts? As I was pointing out previously in some other things, there's a lot to do with how you structure your business, and how accounting works, and how to claim a loss. And if you're claiming a loss on your personal, it can translate into a loss in business, or it can translate into less income. So less income means less taxes. Less taxes mean you have more money. More money means you can hire more people or buy more stuff. So from a Republican, conservative, or just in general business principles situation, I don't know if it has anything to do with politics. It does make more sense for you to have more money as a business owner, so you can do more things with it. You're already paying crap tons of taxes if you have employees, and you have different regulations. Contractors are more the way to go. but you pay them a little bit more so they shut up. But there are some rules about telling people what to do, telling people what to show up, and having contracts on all of them. So you can actually develop a contract that's similar to an employee status, where you can say, hey, you need to sign this because as a contractor you're agreeing to show up when I tell you to show up, and they can waive the rights of being a contractor. But it all has to do and comes down to business principles in how you run your business and how you run payroll. I do not like to waste time. So if I have 15 people and I know what their salary is every week, then I will just automate that and say you're on salary and shut up. And there you go. I never have to touch it until I give raises. I prefer to give raises to the bottom, but you need to always give back to the top two. So anyway, my name is Eddie Sparks. Some of that stuff is very important that I just said, and you need to explore and do some research, not necessarily from me. If you want my research or you want me just to do it for you, then you can pay me to do it for you if you really want to. It's going to be expensive, about $1,000 a day, $1,200 a day, but I will just come in like a hurricane and say, no, 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 and then I'll just fix it for you. And then you'll be like, because that's the way it's always going to be from that day on, and it's set up by a craftsman, and it's in your best interest to do things a certain way, and it will save you crap tons of money. Or if you really want me to do your taxes, we can talk about that too. My name is Eddie Sparks from San Marino. This is your Man Minute for today. I'm amazed that you lasted this long, so have a great day.
This is your Man Minute.